Hi everybody, Kristina with Creation Bound. Today's video is going to be about taking vintage pieces that are in my shop at our Peddler Wagon and styling them into a Thanksgiving style buffet. So stay tuned and we'll take you step by step on how I do that. Also, at the end of the video, I have 2 surprise items to unbox from my last adventures. So stay tuned so that you can see how I do this. All right, guys, so welcome to how we styled the table that you saw at the very beginning of this video. So we're starting out with 2 different layers. There is this buffet table right here. This runner was already on this table. This is something I don't have featured in the shop. This is a buffet table. This buffet table is about 3 feet tall, is about 5 feet long, and the serving surface is probably about 1.5 feet. Underneath that, to create the tiered effect, I have a dining room table that is about 3 feet by 3 feet, and it's about 2.5 feet tall. So it gives it that tiered step, I guess, appearance that we need at the beginning. So what I did is I have featured my big milk glass lamp that I have on my shop in the middle, along with 2 bedside type table, milk glass table lamps that is also featured in my shop. These are free shipping items on the shop. If you are a local subscriber or fan and you like these, always remember that my free shipping items come with big discounts if you do local pickup instead. In fact, all my items have discounts if you do local pickup. So just message me on the shop, peddlerwagon.etsy.com, and I will gladly set up a place and time to meet you. And a one-of-a-kind sales price. You can even pay cash on delivery, and I will inactivate the listing and do it that way as well if you'd like, instead of having to go through Etsy and pay sales tax and all that. So, all right. So these are the lamps I use. They're featured in the shop. The runner, like I said, I already had. It's the only thing that's not going to be featured in the shop besides like the little decorations I used today. This table I already had. It's the dining room table we use. It's covered with a 97-cent Walmart paper or plastic, I guess you could say, plastic tablecloth in gold, that you get down the party aisle. It's just a 97-cent tablecloth. I wanted to do this as cheaply as possible. Everything that you see here that I used to decorate these tables and buffet, besides my vintage items and serving pieces, only cost a total of $10. And I actually even decorated a piece that I'm featuring on my shop with part of that $10. So just bear in mind, $10 is what I spent to decorate this table. Or these tables, I should say, because I have a buffet and a table. So you could do it on a budget too. And keep in mind, even if you don't ever shop my shop and you don't want to buy the stuff, I'm showing you how you can take beautiful vintage stuff and you can make your own displays, your own, dinner parties, dinner buffet sets. I want to do a vanity series where I take my vanity and show you how to do and decorate it. Basically, I'm showing you how to upcycle, use things to decorate and to use. There's a lot of waste in this world, and I think we should all pitch in and do our part. And I think this is a very good, sustainable, recyclable type thing to do. And it is good marketing for my shop, I'm not going to lie. All right, so we're going to feature on to the next layer. All right, so everything you see here is stuff that I bought at Walmart, the decorations, except for this piece right here that I told you I was going to talk to you about. This is a cupcake tray. I'm going to set it over here where it goes. This is a cupcake tray that I actually bought out vintage shopping. I thought it was vintage. I thought it was cute. It was a good deal. Brought it home, did some research, and would you not know it? That's Pioneer Woman. That ain't no vintage piece. So the good thing about my platform, though, is if I do that kind of thing, I can always tweak an item that I use, upcycle it, make it into something else, and sell it on the shop as well. So this was my first attempt at crafting something for the shop. So y'all please do not laugh at me. What I did is I took some of these leaves that I got on clearance at Walmart. Again, all this stuff cost me $10. The cupcake tray was $6, but all this cost me $10 altogether. The tablecloth, these pumpkins, the garland, and the leaves that I had that I put on the cupcake tray. These are what I have left over from decorating the cupcake tray. So what I did is I just hot glued the leaves on there, and then I hot glued some of the pumpkins on there as well. If I'd have been smarter, I probably wouldn't have put the pumpkins up so close to the edge. That was kind of dumb. Like I said, y'all don't laugh at me. It was my first attempt at crafting something. But I'm going to use it for a pumpkin like cheesecake bite display. And I think it'll be perfect for it. And I am going to sell it on the shop. So I bought it for $6. I probably have like maybe, I don't know, $5 invested in the materials that I used, because this is probably like $5 itself, but this is probably $5, so $11. So I'll probably sell it on the shop for like, I don't know, $16. And if it doesn't sell, I'll keep it. It'll be an homage, an homage, not a homage. What am I? Oh my goodness, you can tell I'm country. An homage to lessons learned in vintage shopping. Do not buy Pioneer Woman. You should probably check to make sure it's actually vintage before you buy it. That would be the smart thing. Okay, so on to the next level. Like I said, we are using these clearance garlands I got, leftovers from the cupcake tray, and pumpkins. All right, let's see what I do with these. So first things first, I'm going to take these and I am going to put these up underneath here, like so. We're just going to kind of put these out there to where they are just sticking out a little bit, give us more of that fall feel. I'll arrange these as I go around everything, but that's how that's going to be. So I'm going to put the pumpkins up here, and we are going to take the garlands and we are going to style those. So let's see how I do those. So I'm going to take those. I'm going to take and put that right there. And just kind of hook it around. Well, it would help if I separated these first. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put this other one over here for a minute while I do this. Okay. Okay. So y'all bear with me. I'm going to try and do this. I needed both hands. I couldn't hold the phone and put this up here. So I take the little circle thing where the garland is, and I just poke it up underneath the lamp. I'm going to drape this down, put that there. Okay. Now I'm going to get the other garland, and I'm basically just going to do the same thing on the other side. Let's put those there. Like I said, put the loop there, loop it down, and around. And so I'll take these leaves that I had. Y'all can not say put that out of y'all's way. And I'll probably just move those over now into the front so that we have more room and more leaves and it's more decorated. Okay. Next, I'm going to show you, I'm going to place the pumpkins. These will probably be some of the last things I actually place. I'm only going to place a few right now. I was just going to place a few on this table right here. Just so I have them out so that I can place them in places I want to place them later, if that makes sense. Since these are loose, I can just kind of put these wherever I think I need some fall sprucing. So we're just going to kind of throw them up here everywhere. And like I said, I'll move them around as we go. Again, this is our next layer. All right. So all I'm doing now is I'm taking some regular Scotch tape and I'm just going to tape some of this down so that it doesn't just fly everywhere. Because if you had guests, like real guests, you don't want them having this greenery just be all over the place and everything else. So I'm just going to put the end here and I'll cover it up with something. No worries on that. Again, take another piece. Just want to make sure I like the way it's styled. I always twist it a little bit more, a little bit more to it as we go. I said you just want to make sure that you've got it secure so it's not falling all over the place on your guests or your family. Like I said, this is going to be just for me and Adam, and it's going to be like you would feed a family of 4, but so yeah. All right. And we'll hide the tape, so I'm not really worried about that. All right, on to the next layer. So the next layer I've got are these beautiful Ellie Smith Moon and Stars candy bowls, but I'm using them for olives and sweet pickles. So that one is an amber color, perfect for fall. This other one is what they call an amberina color. And why they call that amberina is because that red goes down into like a yellowish amber color. So it's just called amberina. It's probably my favorite one, honestly. So let's make sure that they're even on each side. No, that one needs to come out just a little bit. All right. And that is our other layer. Now, let's see. So the rest of the layers will go on as I actually make dinner. So stay tuned. We're going to do all that. Okay, so as you can see, I have added the pumpkins. I put the 2 candy trays down here, or candy bowls, I shouldn't say trays. Candy bowls down here. I went ahead and put the olives in one. And I have sweet pickles or gherkins, whichever you want, in there. And then I went ahead and put the pumpkin cream cheese bites on the cupcake tray. So the pumpkins may move as I'm placing things, but this is what we have as of now. So these are 2 trays I have on my shop. We're going to use both of them. And I'm fixing to show you what I'm going to use these for. So instead of doing turkey, I did Cornish hens since it's just going to be Adam and I tonight. But you could always put a turkey on one of the platters. I'm just doing Cornish hens because, like I said, it's just me and him. But for a holiday dinner, it would be perfect for turkey as well. The tray, I used just oranges, grapes, kale to set it on. So just really simple and easy little centerpiece or decorations, I guess, for the platter. You could use the same for a turkey as well. And for the other holiday tray, what would be a holiday dinner without cranberry sauce? Next, we are placing the snack sets and cups that I have on my shop. We're going to use those for plates and cups. Show you how I can put those on here and use them. Again, I'm just going to set these here. I may move these here in a little bit. My next piece is this Pyrex dish. It's a casserole dish. It's being held by a silver plated holder. We're going to be putting mashed potatoes in that, and I'll show you how I'm going to style that. All right, so we've added the mashed potatoes in this buffet piece. Do bear in mind that this will hold at least servings for 4. Right now, it's just a serving for 2 because, again, it's just me and Adam tonight. Let's put the lid on that. And beautiful. And don't worry, all these pieces will be washed as soon as we're done using them. This stuff is used anyway. I've cleaned it. I've prepared it to be used tonight. And then again, I will clean it and sanitize it and get it ready to sell on my shop tomorrow. Okay, the next piece we're going to use in the buffet setup is this serving piece right here. We're going to put green beans in that. I guess you could probably put a green bean casserole, but green bean casserole is yucky to me, so I'm not doing that. Just green beans. And our next piece with the green beans and butter sauce. The lid on. All right, the next 2 pieces we're going to place are the gravy boat, and I'm going to use this right here for rolls. Let's see how we put them. All right, and as you can see, I've put the gravy boat here, gravy, and the rolls there, and that Amberina Jeanette bowl that I had. All right, so for this buffet table, I'm using a teapot with a cream and sugar set, a Fire King sugar and creamer set. Like I said, all this is on my shop. I guess I could have used like a wine decanter set, but I like the way this looked with the whole setup. So this is what we're going to use for our drink option in this setup. All right, guys, our table is getting really close to being done. So this is where I set that teapot, coffee pot, and the creamer and sugar set. Now, I don't have anything in there because I don't really want coffee this time of day that I'm doing this video, but anybody else could just put them in there. But I'm just kind of showing you how it's all going to be set up and staged with actual food, so you can see how you can use this stuff for any kind of dinner party you wanted to do. Thanksgiving is the theme for this one, even though, of course, I used Cornish hens, but hey, it's okay. All right, so now we're getting to the part where we're just going to put the last few final touches on this buffet set table, I guess. I don't know what you would call this thing. So those are salt and pepper shakers, knife rests, and butter dish and tray. All right, so I set the butter tray here, 1 knife rest here for butter, salt and pepper shakers there, and then I have the other knife rest here. So you have 2 knife rests right there by the rolls and the butter. Almost done. We have 1 more piece to add to complete our table. All right, and the final piece Of course, this little Indian piece that I have on my shop. It's a little Native American mother, toddler, and baby with a little dog. No Thanksgiving dinner would be complete without paying homage to the Native Americans who made the first Thanksgiving even possible. And this is my Thanksgiving buffet table, decorated with vintage finds from my shop, once again on peddlerwagon.etsy.com. Okay, so we're only going to unbox two things today since we did the styling video. So this was two pieces that we found in a first time going into the shop in Altus. I believe it was called Early Birds. They had really good deals, really good prices, but unfortunately I was a little low on funds, so I could only get a couple of things. So I'm going to show you the two things that I happened to pick up. So this first thing, this is part of it. So this is chrome. This is mid-century. This is what they call Sheltonware chromeware, made in the USA. It was made around the 1960s. And the cool thing about this is in very good shape. It has the original sticker on the back, or on the bottom, I should say, in really good condition. I don't see a lot of scrapes, a lot of defects on it at all. So there's that. It is a condiment tray and bowls. So there's one bowl with spoon. Now the spoons I don't believe are original to the set, but they do match. They are from a Russian maker. I'm not going to massacre the name. But if you go on my shop, peddlerwagon.etsy.com, you'll be able to see them up close, the markings that are on these spoons. So I got a really good deal on this set, especially since it had everything with it. Again, it does need a little bit cleanup on it. But overall, it's in very, very great shape. And for what I paid for it, I'll very much get my money back plus some. Be on the lookout for that on our shop. All right. Now, number two. This is something that I have been seeing in a lot of different shops. I didn't even know they made these. So you may think to yourself, okay, yeah, it's a plant, a baby planter is what they're called. They have tons of those. But this baby planter, if I can get it off, it's a train. It is also a music box. It plays Brahms' Lullaby. It is made pre-war Japan. The only reason I know is because it does have the Made in Japan sticker. All things that were made prior to World War II in Japan had to be marked with Japan on them, or made in Japan. It was just part of the trade negotiations, I guess, they had when they were importing things. So this is circa 1940s. It's in really good condition for its age. It plays beautifully still. It is kind of spotty here and there. but it's a very good find. So be on the lookout for that as well. So that's it. My 2 little treasures that I found this last time around. Again, I found these in Altus. Stay tuned next week. We'll see you next Tuesday for more videos.